I've been getting a call for the past few years, but I wasn't probably ready for it to take on the challenge of being in the Big Boss house. This time they gave me a call, then I had a meeting. They met my parents, in fact, because I was like, "Mom, Dad, nahi manenge." He's like, "Hum manenge." It was literally like a rishta happening when they're coming to convince my parents. This is the show. People get to see the real you. Rohan Bhaiya was very protective. He was like, "Acha, just if you're going, just be yourself and this and that. कोई कुछ भी बोलेगा तो मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं उसको." And when Hina they got to know, she was like, "Listen, Ashnoor, you have to meet me before you go. You meet me, okay? मुझे मिलके मैंने मिले बिना मत जाना. I'll tell you क्या करना है, कैसे करना है." One very in the face thing, which is my age, is gonna be both an advantage and disadvantage for me. Disadvantage in the sense how other people would look at it as a point to kind of shut me down. With age being by my side, I also kind of have the chances of being the youngest winner in the history.
This is Nawaz Kochra joining you on screen, and I am in conversation with the very amazing Ashnoor Kaur. Hello, Ashnoor, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Absolutely amazing, and I'm very thrilled because it's Big Boss 19 time. And this girl who we've seen on the small screen shouting Gopi Ben and running behind her car, the girl who we've seen playing Heena Khan's daughter is now diving into something very different.
Yes.
How's the feeling? What is going on in your mind right now?
Well, I have the excited, nervous butterflies in my stomach, fluttering like crazy. I am really looking forward to it, and just gonna go for the kill.
But it was an easy decision to make this time.
Yes, I guess I've been getting a call for like the past few years, but
Okay.
I think us time it was either that I'm really young or I'm in my college or I'm doing some show. This year we thought let's give it a call, let's give it a try, let's give it a go, because of course this is the show that is loved by so many people across the globe. People get
Absolutely.
to see the real you. Because I've been working since a tender age of like 4.5, and I've always played characters, but this time I'm gonna get to be myself and be a Ashnoor. So I'm really excited how the audience reacts to that.
Absolutely. But tell me, what is Ashnoor's personality like? Like, we've seen Ashnoor in characters. We've seen her as Suman Indori, but what is
Yes.
what is Ashnoor like in real life?
She's see, a lot of people have this preconceived notion that she's like this very silent, quiet, sweet girl who kind of does not say no to anything, but that's not the case.
Okay.
I'm a very opinionated young woman who's grown up now, who's not a kid anymore. Um, I voice out things when I think they are wrong. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If you try to mess up with me, God save you.
Okay. Also, one very interesting coincidence is that your on-screen mother Heena Khan has been a part of this show.
Yes.
Your on-screen brother
Yes.
Rohan Mehra has been a part of this show. Yeah,
My
your
on-screen
on-screen
father
father has
was.
also been a part of the show.
Yes.
So, did you discuss with them what's been the conversation? What have they told you the tips and tricks if they've given you something?
Rohan Bhaiya was very protective. He was like, "Acha, just if you're going, just be yourself and this and that. कोई कुछ भी बोलेगा तो मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं उसको." And when Hina they got to know, she was like, "Listen, Ashnoor, you have to meet me before you go. You meet me, okay? मुझे मिलके मैंने मिले बिना मत जाना. I'll tell you क्या करना है, कैसे करना है." So I went to her home. I met her a few days ago, and we had like a proper 3 hour long conversation wherein she was guiding me. I was taking her advice, and she's been like that elder sister, someone you
Absolutely.
really look up to, and someone who wants the best for you. Even she was saying that because I've seen you since you were a kid, I kind of get that protective instinct like an elder sister would. And I was like, yeah, I understand. And then she's like, aise karna, aise karna. So that's what's been going on.
Amazing. But also tell me one thing. So, what is the one tip that Hina has given you to, stay strong and, stay put in that game? Because from what we heard this time, it is not 3 months, but more than that.
Yeah. She just told me that stay true to yourself and own everything you do, even if it's right or if it's wrong. Because she's like, no, nobody's perfect, right? Like
Okay.
everybody has some flaws, and everybody kind of even makes mistakes. So even if you do and you think they're right, stick to it that it's right, even if everybody else says otherwise. And if you think that you did make a mistake, you can kind of apologize and own up to it. A lot of people are fearful of looking wrong, which shouldn't be the case.
Amazing. Also, Ashnoor, if you have to tell me one personality trait of yours which you think will be an advantage in the game and one that you think will be a disadvantage, what would that be?
More than my more than my personality trait, I would say that one very in the face thing, which is my age, is
Okay.
gonna be both an advantage and disadvantage for me. Disadvantage in the sense how other people would look at it as a point to kind of shut me down,
Okay.
saying that like तुम छोटी हो. But that would also be my advantage because I'm not really the kind to just say yes, okay, because you're elder to me. I would obviously be respectful, and I would have a certain way of saying it, but I would let you know when it's wrong. And with age being by my side, I also kind of have the chances of being the youngest winner in the history.
Absolutely. And one thing that triggers Ashnoor to the core, like it makes you extremely angry. What would that be?
Anything that comes on my family. Like I can take things on myself. There's this quote which I really relate to, which says that if you mess with me, I'll let karma do its job. If you mess with my family, I'll become karma. So that's just really apt in my case.
Absolutely. And Ashnoor, I also want to understand one thing from you. So how does, there have been so many rumors always, we hear this buzz, but how does the casting for Big Boss work? Like how many rounds of interviews did you have? Or all these things that we hear, are those true? कि अरे इतने grilling होती है and इतने rounds of like इतनी बार मिलना पड़ता है and all. How does that work?
Yeah, see, I don't know about others, but
Hmm.
मेरे scenario में ये हुआ था because probably I've been in the industry for since
Hmm.
2009 now.
Right.
It's been like 16 years, and I've majorly been on TV. So they know me, they know my work, they know the kind of person I am. So it was that I've been getting a call for the past few years, but I wasn't probably ready for it to take on the challenge of being in the Big Boss house. This time they gave me a call and I was like, "ठीक है, we can consider this." Then I had a meeting. They met my parents, in fact, because I was like,
Okay.
"Mom, Dad, nahi manenge." He's like, "Hum manenge." It was literally like a rishta happening when they're coming to convince my parents and then be saying a yes and all of that.
But mom, dad को और आपका ऐसा कोई initial concerns था?
Mom was very excited, but dad obviously had his concerns, saying that the narrative can be tweaked in any way
Hmm.
that the show
Absolutely.
wants or show requires, and there can be unnecessary drama or stuff like that. And there'll be all sorts of people in the house that she'd be living with without any contact with us. Because I've been the only child and I've not been away from them for so long ever, especially with no contact. So he was a little protective about me that way. But then eventually all of us came on the same note saying that it's good for me. Let's just give it a shot.
Absolutely. But being away from there without any contact, will that take an emotional toll on you to an
100%.
extent?
Yeah. We are a very close knit family. It's just been me and my mom, dad. We're a nuclear family. We now have a furry friend also.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be very tough. Uh, but that very filmy line that goes, कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है.
Absolutely. But like, what is the idea? Like, what is the is there? See, one thing that I know with Big Boss is कोई भी साल strategy कुछ काम नहीं करती क्योंकि आप जो सोच के जाते हैं वो नहीं होता.
Yeah.
But इस बार it is घर वालों की सरकार. So a lot of powers are there also in your hands. So when it comes to powers, let's say if Ashnoor gets some powers in her hand while she's in the game, how does Ashnoor, deal with power, or what does she do when she's in a power position? Does it change her
I love
also?
power. Power is me.
Okay.
Because I honestly, because ever since my school days, I've always been in a powerful position because I've always either been the head girl or the captain or the president and stuff like that, even in the student council and all of that stuff. So I've always liked to lead in that way. And chalo school to alag baat ho gayi hai, but even outside every show that I do, I like to own it up. So of course, when I get power, I'm going to use it wisely to my advantage, of course, because at the end of the day, it's a competition and you have to keep yourself before anything else. But I would also look at it, how can I make the show more interesting for the audience to watch it?
And how is it, when it comes to meeting new people and, being around so many different personalities under the same roof? How is, how social is Ashnoor in that sense?
I am pretty social, but I've always had my me time and my privacy as well, because I've been the only child. So that's been one thing. But we kind of have to kind of manage both of these things.
And when it comes to fighting on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you stand when you have to fight?
See, I have a high tolerance level or a high threshold, but once that threshold is crossed, I can also go up till like an 11.
Okay. Amazing, amazing. Well, Ashnoor, wish you all the very best. I am looking forward to,
Thanks.
you in that house, and with the
Thank you.
interesting mix that is there, it is going to be super fun.
Yes.
So wish you all the very best. And
Yes.
I hope to
Thank
see
you.
you when the media enters the house during the media round. I hope to see you there that time also.
Yes, I'll see you. Let me know how am I doing.
For sure. Thank you so much.
All right.